It started with a step followed by a trot. We learned to gallop. Then it got mechanical. At first it was to survive. It was all about the destination, but that changed when the journey started to get fun. I'm Julian Taylor, and these are my friends, Sam and Jen. If it has a motor, we will ride it, drive it, or fly it, and compete to win. It's not always about where you go, it's how you get there. It's not where you go, it's how you get there.
We're in beautiful Killington, Vermont. It is gorgeous. We are surrounded by nature, so much greenery and forest around us.
I have got absolutely no clue where we're going.
It never fails, and now we're trusting Jen. She's she's guiding us on where we're gonna go here, but she's got the Mojave. We've got the Rubicon. I don't know if she did that intentionally. One might be better for certain conditions than the other, but from what I know, a little bit that I know about the Jeeps, the Mojave's more for the desert.
Yeah,
there's no deserts around here.
There's no deserts around here.
The Gladiator Mojave, this version of the Jeep Gladiator, is got a lift in the front that's even greater than the Rubicon. Surely this Jeep is outfitted for every type of condition possible.
So what do you say? You've been driving this thing now for a while. What's your opinion on it?
Well, to be honest, I had the Gladiator before when we were doing New Basutta, and I had the base model for that one there. This one has got a lot more bells and whistles on it, but then also all of the technology. The dash is slightly different.
It ties in with the outside.
Yeah, I like it. And if we've got a good spotter and it's some really good terrain, these things will do a great job. So what felt like hours I was driving behind Jen, and it's starting to get mountainous, it's starting to get green, it's starting to get wet. I've got no idea where I'm going, but I've got a fantastic Jeep Gladiator, which is very nice indeed. It's got everything on it. It's the Rubicon. It's got all the toys. So I'm hoping she's taking me somewhere really cool so I can get wet and get dirty, I'm hoping.
I am taking Sam and Julian on a little Jeep adventure. In the winter, Killington's known for their skiing, but now, this time of year, it opens up for so many more outdoor possibilities, one being the Jeep Jamboree adventure that we're about to go on. I'm so excited. This is an outdoor gathering for 4x4 enthusiasts that just want to get outdoors and go over some really cool trails, go off-roading. People love these events because they're not only social, but they're so much fun. And I brought Sam and Julian here to put their Jeeping skills to the test. Hey,
What's up?
we're here.
Well, we made it somewhere, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Jeep Jamboree, baby.
This is it, huh? This is the surprise, the big surprise.
This is it. Jeff, how are you?
How are you? I'm good.
How you doing, Jeff? Sam Nemi?
Julian Taylor, nice to meet you, Jeff.
Nice to meet you guys. I'm Jeff. I work for Jeep Jamboree USA. Do a lot of different things. I may drive a truck. I may be a trail guide. I may help with sponsors or events. But I do whatever I'm needed to do.
Thanks for squeezing us in. There's a wait list for Jeep Jamboree, so thanks for hooking us up.
You're very welcome.
So
very welcome.
what is a Jeep
Yeah, what
Jamboree? What are
exactly
we looking
is
at
it?
here?
Well, it's a Jeep loyalty program,
Right,
basically.
right.
So Jeep owners have the opportunity to come to one of these jamborees, and we take them out on trails.
Okay, so we just go and basically get the trucks dirty. We get them in the mud and rocks and stuff.
There may be rocks, there may be mud, there may be water. All the elements are out here, and all the elements your Jeep vehicle can handle.
So we get these two, take these two up there.
Well,
That's
no,
the idea.
I can't go with you. I'm not going to go in the same vehicle with him.
Have you told them what they're driving?
No, not exactly, but
I knew something else was coming.
I was gonna say, she has to have something up her sleeve.
Yep.
Well, listen, you've heard me say charge it before. I'm not referring to the credit card. I'm saying electrify, baby.
Charge it.
What?
Electric vehicle?
You talking about the new Jeeps?
The new 4xe Jeeps, yes.
We drove through the countryside in the cool Gladiators, really to show off the Jeep capabilities, but I had a little trick up my sleeve. We're not actually taking the Gladiators up the mountain. No, no, no. We are testing out the new 4xe, a little electrified Jeep action for the Jeep Jamboree. I'm very excited to see what these electrified vehicles are capable of.
The 4xe is Jeep's electric vehicle. It's a hybrid vehicle. It has over 400 foot-pounds of electric power when it's only electric mode. It also has a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine that complements that when necessary. That engine can also be charging the batteries on the Jeep. So when it is not in electric Jeep mode, it can be charging to be used in electric mode again. hearing what Jenn was up to and what she was wanting to do, it was just a great opportunity to get the new 4xe shown. And what better way to do it than to take it to a Jamboree?
So it's just been revealed to me that my vehicles are charging. That only means one thing to me, and that means electric. So we're going to find out really what these electric vehicles are about, because I have to be honest, I've never driven a Jeep electric vehicle before.
I'm not really sure how to mix electric with water, mud, and trails and everything else. So I'm a little concerned, and don't get me wrong, I know how to play in water. I'm jet skiing, boating, all that stuff is fine, but this is a little different this time. We're going in water and mud. How can we go with an electric vehicle in water and mud?
Well, they've done a great job of sealing everything up, so it won't be a problem.
Are there
They've
charging stations up there in the mountains?
There's one right behind you, actually, but yeah. There's charging stations here, and then your vehicle will take you up there and get you back.
All right,
So
cool.
where are these bad boys?
What do we have to do now? Where are they?
Well, let's get you guys registered to your vehicles, okay?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Yeah. Julian seems pretty excited, but if it has a motor, he's excited. Sam, on the other hand, he's a little hesitant. He's a little weary. He's questioning what vehicles I'm about to put him in. But listen, I'm excited for the 4xe Jeeps because these things are fully capable. These vehicles seriously have get up and go. Just a tiny bit of pedal, you got full throttle response, you got a ton of power. Plus, you have all the normal capabilities that you would hope for out of a normal Jeep. You've got that, plus electrified power behind you. You will get up the mountain with no problem. Walking around the Jeep Jamboree starting line, I felt like I was at home. I grew up going to these events. I'm used to this type of Jeeping community. We were part of a Jeeping club as I grew up. I can see that everybody is so excited to go out on these trails. We're walking around, I can see Sam and Julian checking out the different rides, checking out the different Jeeps, and it's just a lot of fun. There's a lot of excitement in the air.
So it's really cool seeing all the different types of Jeeps because there is lots of different designs as well as how people personalize and customize these Jeeps. You've got the guys that go on the really steep stuff and they've got them jacked up. You've got huge engines in them and such and so forth, and they do so much work on these things. They're really high end. And then they've got the guys like us who are basically taking their vehicle straight off a retailer and driving on the hill.
The Jeep Jamboree was something I've never been to before. It was really, really neat to see. You walk up, there's a couple hundred Jeeps, all different years, all different models, and everybody's got their own little touch. They've been customized, whether they've been lifted a little bit, different rims, different tires, winches on the front, winches on the back, fog lights everywhere. They did a lot of customizing, which is what's really neat about the Jeep. The Jeep can be customized the way you like it for any kind of terrain. There was a big turnout. People came from all over the country. I saw different license plates from all over. They traveled really far. They obviously have been to the event before and know it's a great event to travel to.
There's approximately 130 Jeeps here. All of them have at least a pair of adults in their vehicle. Anything that we can do to help educate them with their Jeep, that's what we do.
Good morning. Welcome to the Killington Jeep Jamboree of 2021. Well, we have 161 vehicles here, but almost 400 people. Any questions, comments, concerns, please let us know. We'll be more than happy to address them. We're here for you to have a good time, but most importantly, you're here to have a good time, and we're here to make sure that happens, all right?
So I met Jeff early on this morning, but I didn't realize he was the governor. He's the main man, he's the boss. So I had a quick chat with him, and then all of a sudden we get to the opening of the Jamboree, and there he is on this truck telling us all that he's the main man. Very impressed indeed.
So the trail that we've got Sam, Julian, and Jenn going on is a little bit of everything. It's not the highest difficulty, but it's not the easy trail either. So there'll be everything from rocks to mud. It'll be a great way to showcase the capability of the vehicle, and it'll put them a little on edge also. So the Jeeps are charging now, and they'll be ready for the trails just as soon as they're ready.
All right, we traded in our Gladiators, walking up to their 4xe Jeeps, and I'm excited. They're plugged in, they're juiced up, they're ready to go out on the trails. All right, get excited, guys. These are our 4xes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Julian,
Pretty
this is
cool.
not yours. You're actually in the Wrangler over there. I'll be in
right.
the Sahara, and Sam,
So
this is yours.
is mine?
Yep.
So what a surprise. An electric vehicle. I knew it would be electric, but I didn't know what it would be. And to be the Rubicon model with all the extra options was pretty impressive. And when you talk about going off-roading or rock climbing or mudding, you're always thinking about gas powered. You're never thinking about electric.
I love to see technology always changing and evolving towards the future. I'm all for it. Go Jeep, let's do this, let's go off-roading and get juiced up in the process. This is the Rubicon.
Oh, yeah.
Julian, you're way over there. You've got the Wrangler.
I got the BF
and
Goodrich
I'm in the
tires.
Sierra.
I'm going over the other end.
That was weird.
This is
All right,
nice.
well, enjoy your
Can't
sweet
wait. Am I fully charged?
I guess they've been plugged in. Jeff said these were ours.
We get to these vehicles, and th're really cool looking, I have to be honest. But straight away, Jen gives him the Rubicon. Hey, we're at Killington. We're at a ski resort with double blacks on it. You need all the extras that go with being off-road. That means the Rubicon. So I unplugged it straight off the bat, got out there and got in my vehicle, because I knew I'm still going to beat him, but I had to have a little bit of an advantage.
So I walk up, I see a cord hanging out of the side of my Jeep Wrangler, which is kind of weird. You don't normally see that. I hope it's got a full charge. I mean, it looked like it did.
All right, enjoy, check it out. Check out your electrified activity. I'm gonna go check out my Sahara. I can't wait.
Awesome, this is nice.
We get out on the trails and the proof is in the pudding. It's time to put these vehicles to the test. We've got that opportunity to go into hybrid, but the real proof is what these 4xEs can do in all electric mode. We have to push the button and put it to the test. Showing up and going to the Jeep Jamboree is one thing. You see all these people, hundreds of Jeeps lined up, hundreds of people ready and excited to go. And then you go out on the trail and you see all this greenery. You're surrounded by nature. We're in the Green Mountains in central Vermont, especially when you're rolling up in a vehicle that is as quiet as these new hybrid Jeeps, the 4xEs. You can actually hear the birds chirping beside you, which is something that you might not be able to do when you're cruising in a V8 Hemi. So it's a lot of fun. You really get to immerse yourself in nature, experience it, enjoy it on a whole other level. Then you look over on the trail and you see all the Jeeps. You got your spotters out, your guides helping people. You see some of them high-centered on the rocks, crawling over all the way through as they challenge these different obstacles. There's all different levels of expertise. You have beginners like Sam, you have myself who's been Jeeping for a while, you have people like Julian that are hot to trot that want to get out there and show off. We're all out here having so much fun on the trails. Getting out here in the 4xE Jeeps, you really get to experience nature, or so you think. You think you're going to hear the birds chirping, but all you really hear is Julian squawking like a parrot. I mean, frankly, I had to turn the radio on at some point just to drown out his noises.
All right, so guys, we're gonna really tackle this mountain now.
I'm running at 93% of battery power.
And 23 odd miles. Here we go.
Yep, I'm at 24 miles, 93%, looking good.
Wait a minute. How do you guys have 93% and 24 miles? I have 91% and 21 miles.
I've got no idea how that's happening. Sorry, mate, but you're underpowered.
Just started, and what's Julian do? Gets on the walkie-talkie and says, hey guys, what percentage are you at? Why would he even ask that question if we just started out? So of course he says, oh, I'm at 95. Jen chimes in, oh, I'm at 95 also. And I look at mine, I'm at 91, maybe 92. How did that happen? Right away I figured out he did something to my vehicle.
Just keep going, you'll get there, don't worry about it, get there at the end.
So we start off, and the rule was that as soon as we got to the actual trailhead, we were changing to go E, to go electronic. And that's great. That was the way to do it. We've been using hybrid to get here. So I was able to look and evaluate how much fuel I was using initially. And then when you turn it over to E, it all changes. The electric motor has 470 foot-pound of torque. It's powerful. It's really interesting, though, because when you turn it over, it goes completely silent. And you look at the dash, and thankfully they've designed it that it says ready to drive, because you can't hear anything. Even dummies like me can get away with that one. So press the accelerator, bang. You feel all the torque you've got, and it takes off like a rocket. There's no noise, but you're like, whoop, whoop, whoop. You're literally going everywhere really quickly. So then you've got to manage that on a trail. And as soon as you get to a trail, and we're in four-wheel drive, well, I went straight high four-wheel drive. Why would you do anything else?
So we start off hitting the trails. It's kind of calm, nothing too crazy yet. I've got it in electric mode. And I just figured, you know what? I'm gonna stay in two-wheel drive. I'm gonna save some of my power. You never know what you're gonna do when you get in there, how far it is, and there's no charging stations on top of the mountain. So I was trying to play it smart. And I was third in line behind Julian and Jen. And it started getting a little bit of an incline. I looked at my dash and I saw it go to about 10, 12 degrees of pitch. And that's when the back tires started spinning. Oh, wait, I think I'm stuck.
Yeah, it's bad.
I'm stuck over here. I'm trying to get out.
What's he done? What's happened? I hear burning. I can smell rubber burning. I'm like, what is going on? And then I look out, he's stuck. Why is he stuck?
I hear Sam over the radio like, I'm stuck, and of course, being the kind souls that we were, we got out of our vehicles to help him, to see if he needed a tow, because he's such a newbie. And what does the newbie do? He passes us like we're standing still and cheats his way to the top.
Turns out he's deliberately in too high. And sure enough, puts it 4 high, and everything grabs. Straight off the bat, up the hill he flies, and then he keeps flying. He's in the lead now. That's the way it works in these type of things.
I wasn't really stuck. I was in 2-wheel drive. They were in 4-wheel drive. I like to be a little bit more aggressive with my driving skills. So put it into that 4-wheel drive mode and walked right out of there, and that's when I was like, see ya, sucker, I'm gone. All right, so the strategy now is I am going to find a trail that they cannot go up because I've got the Rubicon package, they don't. I've got better tires, better ground clearance, and actually I just found a spot here up on the left that I know there's no way they can do this. The Rubicon can do it, they can't. We'll see who gets the last laugh. It looked risky, it was pretty vertical. I said, I'm gonna take this gamble because they're still making fun of me about me not being able to drive last time when we were in the desert and my daughter had to drive for me. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna show them who's boss around here. And I look in my rearview mirror, they kept on going straight because they knew they couldn't do it.
So I could have gone the same way that Sam went. We were told to go the opposite way, stick to the trails that we were told to go on. So we stuck with where we were going, we stuck with the plan that was initially discussed at the drivers' meeting in the morning, and I stuck to my route, which is the right thing to do. I'm at an organized jamboree.
We arrive at what I'm gonna call the summit. It's this ginormous rock. Julie and I come around the corner. We see Jeff. He is waving us in, flagging us home.
So he's up the top of this boulder, and he's gonna spot me. Fantastic.
Going up onto the rock, Julian got up no problem. He had the help of Jeff and Kevin spotting him, and he got into position. He didn't leave me much room, so I had to live life on the edge a little bit. So basically, I got my Jeep right up there behind him, except for the fact that some of the tires may have been hanging off just a bit.
She gets it in a really good position, gets it perched on the top there.
We made it!
What a hell of a way to finish! I don't know whether I should go that side in case you slide all the way down another ski slope.
Listen, you know what? I like to live life on the edge, for sure.
Yeah, you're not joking. You literally got a whole piece of mud holding your left front up.
You know, you took up all that room up on the rock, so I had to make do with what I could. I definitely had my Sahara really walking a fine line there, but it was a lot of fun. It looks really cool, and it just sums up the whole experience.
That was something. That was
Yeah.
fantastic. I have to say, guys,
Great job.
thank you for your help.
Nice work. Great job.
And the fact that you got Julian up here and he didn't fall off the edge, that's the real accomplishment.
That's the trick, right?
Yeah.
The front camera for this thing shows you exactly what's going on. So I was using a third piece of technology, watching them at the front when they were telling me to come forward.
You had extra
I had extra,
eyes.
had more confidence. But saying that, our extra, we're missing him.
I know, we are. We're missing, we're down a person. I don't know where he went.
Well, he veered off on that track, went further up the steeper part of the hill to see if he could get some extra time, and he's disappeared somewhere. I don't know where he is.
I mean, this is his first time technically jeeping, because last time we went off-roading in Little Moab, his daughter actually had to come to his rescue because he broke his arm or something.
right.
We're at the top of the rock, feeling glorious, feeling victorious, but I'm a little worried because Sam has not quite shown up. The last time he didn't show up, he broke something. So I'm a little worried that maybe he broke his Jeep this time, that he's actually stuck, or that he fell off the mountain, who knows? And then all of a sudden, Sam shows up late to the party, trying to just pedal to the metal, get here.
I made it!
You haven't quite made it yet. You ready to get up on this rock too?
So Jeff right away says, I'm gonna guide you up the rock. Just look at me, trust me, and listen to me. And I get why he says that, because when you're in that thing and you're pointing to the sky, you can't see what's in front of you. You don't know what's to the right or left of you. I was really, really close to Jen's bumper pulling up on it because I had to be so close to not fall off the right side. And I was just taking his word for it. He's a professional, he knows what he's doing. And I just kept on going up that hill till he said stop. King of the hill!
that was a hell of a get up there. Whoa, fantastic.
That was crazy.
You have got to see Jen's parking here. I don't even know how this is on the edge of
When
this.
I pulled up, I saw it laying over the edge. It's
It is
gonna
on
roll
the
over.
edge.
She
on
did
the
that.
edge. Yep, Tony,
No
cracking
way.
job. She did a really good job.
Don't be
That's
talking
impressive.
smack.
That's impressive, Jen. And when I got out and I looked at it, I was basically sitting with the wheels all jacked sideways, and I think one of the skid plates is touching the ground, but you know what? It did it, and it did it with ease. Well, that was a nice, quiet ride.
Oh yeah, quiet. Did you not hear Julian squawking the whole time? There was nothing quiet
I
about
had
it.
to tell you where I was going and what was coming in front of us.
We actually had a couple of the Jeep Jamboree people tell us we heard somebody. Must have been having a really good time.
They
That's
complained
what I
about him
was
too?
doing.
Yeah.
We're always complaining about him.
I had a great time.
There's still some more Jeep Jamboree left, so let's go join up with those guys, those other groups, and let's have some more fun. What do you say?
Yeah, why not? But remember, it's not always about the destination. It's how you get there. Come on, let's get in our Jeeps and get out of here.
Hey, Jen, you're gonna need some help getting down.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm gonna need you to help me. Come with me. Get me off this rock.
No problem.